Next on our list tonight, we have Turn It Up by Savage Hill. Savage Hill is actually with us right now. Say hi, Savage Hill. This game comes to us from the Ludum Dare 31 Challenge, also known as the Entire Game in a Screen Challenge. That's one screen. Very challenging. This game promises to be a game that will get you straight into the action and not waste your time. So, I won't waste your time either. Let's check it out. Alright, controls look pretty simple. WASD or arrows and space. I already love the aesthetic of this. It's got the old NES feel to it. Not even Super Nintendo or anything. This is pure 8-bit. Beautiful. I love it. So I just gotta touch these things and avoid monsters, it says. Oh, I see. The arrow determines which way everything flips. Oh my goodness, what's going on? But I need to hit the arrows quickly. Got hit. So if you get hit, you lose your streak. Oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm not quite sure what's up with the boxes. Oh, I thought I got crushed? No! Okay, those are weapons. Or they have enemies in them, I see. So the blue boxes have weapons. And they can fire one way or the other. Wow, this is challenging. I like the idea, though. I just need to keep on hitting switches and flipping constantly and avoiding the enemy boxes, but getting the other boxes. Ah, wrong way. No, actually it goes both ways. So the arrow is a little misleading on that. It points one direction, but in actuality, the arrow fires both ways no matter what. So just always go for the arrows, always jump and avoid enemies. And it looks like the game just keeps on going. The game just never stops. It's a question of how big of a streak can you get. I like that. There's no real losing, it's just a question of losing your streak. And losing your streak is basically just a game over state, except without having to go back to through a game over and everything. Okay, I like it. I very much like it. Now here's one question though. What's to stop me from just stockpiling these arrows, these weapons, and... Oh, I see what's stopping me from stockpiling, because I'll also be stockpiling enemies at the same time. Mechanically, this game is brilliant. I love it. It's quick, it's tough, and it really does make you think fast. And I just love the whole concept of never stopping. You could play this game forever. Potentially. I can't, but people can. Now, one thing that is kind of getting me is I find that I keep on hitting these arrows and then flipping into enemies because I'm not thinking far enough ahead. But I'm sure that's really just more a question of skill than anything. This is brilliant. I love it. Now, I think my streak is increased if I kill enemies. Let's see. Is that true? No, streak is not increased by killing enemies. So, there's no real incentive to kill enemies other than to make it safer to keep going. So what happens if I just keep going back and forth? Oh, I see. Enemies just start coming at me because they don't spawn instantly. Wow, I gotta say, Savage, I am very impressed. This game's awesome. Mechanically, it's just brilliant. It's simple. It's easy to understand after a few seconds. And those few seconds where you're not understanding it is perfectly fine because there's no game over state. You just keep going. It's great. This is cool. Oh, they got me. Definitely a simple game, but simple, as I always say, is never bad. Simple, in many cases, is brilliant. You ask someone what Mario's about. It's about a guy who's just jumping on turtles and mushroom rejects. It's a simple game. But that just means the conveyance is really easy. Now, it might take a second to fully understand what's going on, but once you get it, you pretty much get it. Let's see, any suggestions? I would suggest when you get hit, all the power-ups and enemies disappear, just to kind of reinforce that whole new game state. I don't really see any reason why they should just stick around. It could only mess up your run if you hit an enemy by accident. But I love the idea of a game over state that's not actually a game over state. You don't see that a lot. In fact, I can't think of any off the top of my head that I know of. The graphics are simple and clean. This game has addiction written all over it. And I could see some people who have far better concentration than I absolutely excelling at it. Let's see how long I can just spin around. This is cool. To any viewers who I might be getting sick, just deal with it. Ah, 12. I almost beat my best just by spinning around the whole time. I love it. I don't even know how you could expand on this. The minimalisticness of it all is just outstanding. Just go whichever way you see is safe. I know I'm praising the hell out of this game, but it's for good reason. I love it. I'm trying to think of how you could adapt this easily for, like, Android or something like that, because this is the kind of game that people could just play forever. Like, and let's face it, Android and mobile games in general are just games that you want to play forever. So I can really stop at any time, but I just don't want to. That's what I'm saying about the addictiveness of this concept. Is just keep going and see if you can beat your best score, because there is no game over. Just go, go, go. Awesome. Okay, game developers, take notice. This is how you design your game. You design it where there's a minimal game over state, and if there is a game over state, it's done with really quickly. Hotline Miami knew that, which, once again, second time tonight I'm referencing Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami knew that because whenever you died, you just pressed R and you were immediately back in the game. It wasn't really any big deal to die. It was just, well, here you go again. And this game is very much the same, except there's not even that little press R moment. It's just, well, here we go again. Now, make this for Oculus Rift and see how many people throw up. I'm happy you didn't give any kind of bonus for killing enemies, because that would completely de-incentivize the whole concept of moving quickly. You would stop to just kill enemies like I did right there. Killing enemies is like a secondary objective. The idea is to make it safer for you. But at the same time, if you don't kill enemies, I mean, you're going to have a bad time. And it seems like I can't get past 13. That could just be my own failing, but yeah, this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It plays wonderfully. If you are observant enough, too, you can actually look and see on the left and right sides which boxes will drop where. So I know that it's going to come from the center here. You just need to be really quick with your observing. This is awesome. Now, someone asked me, can I try the 2 Princess game that was streamed before? Just to remind everybody, there will be a link on the YouTube videos how to get these games, provided the author provided me with such a thing. And this game will definitely be available in the comments below. Outstanding game. Alright, I'm going to see if I can beat this streak of 13 real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next game. But I can safely say, Savage Hill, outstanding work. I love it. Once again, the only thing I can even suggest for this game is to wipe the slate completely clean when you get hit or when your streak ends. Completely wipe it clean. No more enemies that, like, despawn all the enemies, despawn all of the power-ups, despawn everything. Other than that, I love it. I love it for its simplicity. The music's very nice too, by the way, I should mention. I don't know who did I do know who did the music for you because it was in the title screen, but it was an excellent choice. It's got that really upbeat NES feel to it. And this whole game just screams, why wasn't this a NES game when I was growing up? Partially because I didn't have a NES when I was growing up, but even still. I would love to see somebody's high score on this. I can't imagine what the highest streak could be. I'm sure it's much higher than 13, though. Controls are tight. Everything's tight. I love it. Once again, everybody, this game is Turn It Up by Savage Hill. And I think we're going to call it quits right there. If there's even a quit button, which there's no reason for there to be a quit button. So let's just quit out of it ourselves. Oh, wow. So what can I even say about this game? It's exactly what the author said it would be. Savage Hill, it is beautiful. It is a game that doesn't waste your time, and the action never stops. Savage Hill, thank you very much for submitting this game. I love it. I love it so much. Keep going, man. Keep making games. If you can do anything else, if you can think of anything else to do with this game, I'd say just go for it, because you clearly have a beautiful foundation on game design. Keep going, man. Let me know anything you make in the future, or if you improve on this, I want to see it. Great work. Congratulations.